important than ever. But if something's faulty or not quite what you expected, solicitor Ayesha Nayyar is here to explain what your return rights are. Always love to see you, Ayesha. Always got some top tips. Should we start? Well, to be clear first, for anyone needing a refund, what are their rights?
Your starting point is, if the item is faulty, you are entitled to a refund. After that, it depends how you bought the item. So, for example, if you've bought the item in store, your rights differ than if you bought them online, mail order or telephone. In store, item is faulty, you're always entitled to a refund. If you've just changed your mind, you're not automatically entitled to a refund. It will depend on store policy. The good news is lots of stores do allow you a refund, and it's really important to check what their policy is and their time period. But the golden rule is no automatic right if you just simply change your mind.
Don't like the colour. You can't just take it back.
Wrong size. Position drastically changes if you've bought it online, mail order or by telephone. Then, because you've not actually physically inspected the item or you've not seen it, you are legally entitled to a refund. You have 14 days from when you've taken delivery of it to notify the retailer that you no longer want it, to cancel it, and then you've got a further 14 days to actually physically return that item. So the good news is, online, mail order or telephone, if you do change your mind, you are entitled to return it.
And returning goods, like you say, there's a time frame. I'm guilty of doing this, and a study showed that Brits were guilty of losing out £1 million and not returning goods on time. Is there any chance that we can extend that timeline?
The bad news is, no, you can't. And that's probably the reason why a lot of these goods don't get returned. People forget that time frame. So it's really, really important that you're aware of the return period if you've got one. A good tip is to take a photograph of the receipt when you get it, because normally within that it will say what the refund policy is, or it'll say a last date to return it, so you've got a clear refund window. Also on the receipt there'll be a barcode or a number which helps you when you need to return it, because most of the time shops only need to see that. Again, it's really important to ask that question when you are buying something: what is your return policy? Returning items as well, I think another reason people don't return is the cost of returning.
Yeah.
It differs if the item is faulty and if it's not. If it's faulty, the retailer has to pay the cost of the return. If it's not faulty, and you're someone like myself who orders 2 sizes and decides at home which one she wants, the retailer doesn't have to pay for the return, the cost of the return. So it's really important that you check that. It might be your responsibility to pay that postage and packing.
Yeah. OK, so what if you do have some rights here, but the store keeps refusing to give you a refund? What can you do then?
OK, so your starting point is to complain to the head office if you legally think you're entitled to a refund. And as a lawyer, I always say this, don't I? Gather as much evidence as you can. So photographic evidence, email exchange, any documents you've got, and present them to them in what we say a clear letter of claim. If they say no, then the next step is you've got to give them 8 weeks to try and resolve the issue. But if they say no, then you can go to the Consumer Ombudsman and hopefully they will resolve the issue. If they still don't resolve it, roll up your sleeves and don't be afraid to start court action. There is a court fee to pay, and up to £10,000, it's very clear that the fees increase on increments. But if, for example, you bought a TV for £2,000, the court fee is £115, so it's still worth paying it. And you can get help with that if you're on a low income or certain benefits as well.
Well, if you've got rights to fight for it, and some good advice there to be able to do it, especially in the lead up to Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to be mega busy buying things, potentially returning them. And tomorrow, Mavis Ackley will be here to talk about what to do if you have any issues with a parcel being delivered. So make sure that you catch that.
Thank you, Ayesha. Are you a football fan? You watching football tonight?
I am indeed.
Oh, there you go. Do you want to come to my house, 7 o'clock?
Don't go. We didn't get the invite, don't go.
Oh.
I'm at yours then.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, wow.
Very welcome.
That took a turn.